club in the world that proved in the past that can overcome any situation, any disaster, is our club, is Manchester United Football Club.
And we have a long-term plan. It isn't a light switch.
Welcome along to the Stadium Bowl, where a surfer flag is being unveiled in the Stretford end. It says, "Welcome, Ruben."
Nobody believes for 1 minute that Ruben Amorim will be the manager of Manchester United in 3 years.
You can't run a club like Manchester United on knee-jerk reactions to some journalist who goes off on one, every week. Sorry.
So Amorim gets at least the rest of the season then?
Ruben Amorim says he is the right man at the right moment to take this club forward. Being the Manchester United manager is not the impossible job. There is belief and determination that success will return to the Reds again.
When you've not won back-to-back games in the Premier League as Man United manager, you are coming under intense pressure. I think you could get any manager in any league in England.
Ruben, he needs to demonstrate that he's a great coach over 3 years.
The reality is, if they're not winning enough football matches, and at the moment they're not, then there's absolutely no way he'll be there in 3 years' time.
Football's not overnight.
No, and as you say, the Alex Ferguson example is exactly that, isn't it?
And you look at Arteta at Arsenal. He had a miserable time for the first couple of years,
Yeah.
They believe that I'm the right guy. I think it will change my life. It will not change me. This will not change me.
Football is loud. Pundits shout.
Try tackling.
Yeah.
Try hitting somebody. Like that. The football's a physical game.
But
we love it.
You have to. I agree with what you're saying.
Fans argue. Social media reacts in seconds.
We put a trophy in the cabinet. I thought personally we was unlucky tonight. Could have been 3 seasons where we've been really bad, but
it's rip the badge out and just say United all the way.
When Ruben Amorim arrived at Manchester United, he didn't promise miracles. He didn't promise trophies in months. He didn't promise instant attacking glory. What he promised was unity. He asked the fans to stick together. He asked the players to commit to an idea.
We have to make a choice. Or we stay stuck in the past, because this season is in the past, is over. We fight each other, or we stick together and move forward.
And he asked the club for something modern football rarely gives anymore: time. Last season, Amorim spoke about moving forward together, about pain before progress, about building something that wouldn't collapse at the first sign of pressure. And for a moment, the club seemed to agree. Sir Jim Ratcliffe made it clear. This was a 3-year project, a long-term appointment, a manager chosen for identity, not headlines. He said football rebuilds do not happen overnight, but football has a habit of forgetting its own words, because promises fade quickly at Manchester United, and patience disappears even faster. What was once described as a project quietly became a problem. And suddenly, Ruben Amorim wasn't a builder anymore. He was another name under pressure, another manager standing alone. Raised in football heritage by Jose Mourinho, a coach who understood power, pressure, and survival. Amorim knew how this story usually ends. Even then, few expected it to end this way, because almost overnight, another modern manager was gone, another idea abandoned, another rebuild cut short, and Ruben Amorim became something Manchester United knows all too well: another fallen manager. Manchester United destroyed another great manager. That's the headline, that's the accusation, and for many fans, that's the truth. Ruben Amorim arrived with ideas, identity, and a clear plan. He left with questions, criticism, and a familiar ending. Some say he failed. Some say he was never good enough. Others believe this club failed him long before he ever stepped onto the Old Trafford touchline. Because this isn't just Ruben Amorim's story. It's a story Manchester United has told before and keeps repeating. Before Manchester United, Ruben Amorim was not a risk. He was not a gamble. He was one of the most respected young managers in European football. At Sporting CP, Amorim didn't just win trophies, he changed the club's identity. He introduced structure, he trusted youth, he imposed a clear tactical system that survived player sales, pressure and expectations. 3 centre-backs, wing-backs high and aggressive, midfielders who pressed as one, a team that knew exactly who they were. And Europe noticed. So when Manchester United turned to Amorim, the message was clear. We want direction, we want identity, we want a rebuild. But what Manchester United wanted and what they were prepared to support were 2 very different things. Amorim didn't walk into a project, he walked into a club still arguing with itself. The squad was built for counter-attacks, not control, for moments, not systems, for individual freedom, not collective discipline. Yet Amorim didn't compromise. He didn't abandon his structure. He didn't chase short-term applause. He did what great modern managers do. He built foundations. Results were inconsistent. Performances divided opinion. And immediately, the noise started. Where's the attacking football? This isn't Manchester United. He's too rigid. He's out of his depth. But beneath the surface, something else was happening. Manchester United under Amorim didn't feel spectacular, and that was the problem. Fans are used to chaos disguised as excitement, fast transitions, end-to-end games, late goals covering structural cracks. Amorim took that away. United conceded fewer big chances, controlled games for longer spells, pressed with more organization, but they didn't entertain in the way people expected. And football culture doesn't reward quiet progress. It rewards goals, moments, narratives. So when results dipped, the context vanished. The rebuild was judged as failure, and patience became a luxury no one wanted to afford. Every manager at Manchester United eventually hears it. This isn't the United way. But no one ever defines what that actually means. Is it attacking football? Is it winning trophies? Is it youth development? Is it control? Is it chaos? Sir Alex Ferguson reinvented his teams multiple times. He adapted, he evolved. But the club froze his legacy into a myth, and Amorim paid the price for not fitting a fantasy version of history. His football was modern, European, structured, but Manchester United wasn't ready to stop living in the past. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Ruben Amorim never had his squad. Wingbacks who weren't wingbacks, centre-backs uncomfortable in build-up, forwards unsure of positional discipline. He asked players to learn new habits under constant pressure. Some adapted, some resisted, some simply waited for the next manager. Because at Manchester United, history has taught players one thing: managers change, the club doesn't. And slowly, Amorim became isolated. In modern football, time is a currency Manchester United no longer spends. Every bad result became a referendum. Every press conference became a trial. Progress was invisible. Failure was loud. And once the narrative turns, survival becomes impossible. The board hesitated. Fans split. The dressing room sensed uncertainty. At that moment, Amorim's fate was sealed. Not because he failed, but because the club panicked. The announcement came quietly, but the message was loud. Another reset, another rebuild, another manager blamed. And once again, Manchester United avoided the hardest question of all. Are we the problem? Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho, Solskjaer, Ten Hag, Amorim. Different personalities, different styles, same ending. Years from now, Ruben Amorim will manage again, and he will succeed again, because ideas don't disappear, they wait. And when that happens, football will look back at Manchester United, not with anger, but with understanding. This wasn't a bad manager. This was a club that never learned how to rebuild. Manchester United destroyed another great manager. Or maybe they destroyed another chance to change, because until this club chooses patience over panic, structure over nostalgia, and long-term vision over short-term noise, this story won't end. It will only repeat.